Hello, this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel here in Ocean Grove, New Jersey. And I met up with Kong and Estella, and they have a really cool DIY homemade Mercedes Benz Sprinter camper van they're going to give us a tour of today. Hello and welcome to New Jersey Outdoor Adventures.
Hi.
Hi.
So my name is Kong.
Estella.
And actually we just get married. This is actually a 2019 Sprinter Mercedes 4x4. It's a four-wheel drive and it's a Bluetech diesel engine V6. And it's specifically a crew van that we have the side windows this way but not in the back, but also with the second row seats. So this van can sit 5 people, right with 5 people. And then this is off-road vehicles that we can actually take it to the mountains and the snow and everywhere. So this is why we choose this van for our conversions. Come inside and check out the van. And then here we keep the factory floor, and we put insulation under the floor. So the whole van is fully insulated, and we use the 1.5-inch insulation board. And then we just raise the floor up, and then we use the factory floor. And then with the D-rings, that actually you can tie down a lot of stuff with ropes. And then like here, and this is all coming from the Mercedes. That this is not from us. And then inside, if you come in, that we have the second row seats underneath. That we have a battery, 200 Ah battery system. That we have a master switch, this red one, and on the right this is the DC circuit switch. Have the inverter, fuse box, and everything under the seats. And then here we have the swivel seats, both the driver sides and the passenger sides. And then now Estella can show you how we swivel the swivel seats. Actually, this is a very nice van with the power seats and heated seats, so they have a lot of cables. So when we found the parts for the swivel adapter, we have to be very careful to find the one that with the large holes in the center that actually feed through the cables. So this is the adapters that actually fits with the power seats and heated seats. Here we can talk about our air heater. So we use the it's like an ASPA system, but it connects to the diesel tank of the van. It's 5 kilowatts power, very powerful. It heats up very quickly, and then it's very efficient. This is installed under the passenger seats. And then here, the van, you can see that is actually a new model, 2019. And then it has 10-inch screen with a lot of safety features. It has a cameras right here that reads the real-time speed limit, and they put it on the dashboard. And it has collision warnings, auto lane corrections, all kind of safety features, which is very helpful for such a big van, because normal people drive like a sedan, not driving the big van, but here these safety features really help on driving like all kinds of terrains. And here that we have the bulkhead storage, because of the Sprinter is very tall, and then we want to make use of the space above our drivers and passenger seats. So then we buy this kind of plates that actually coming from eBay. They made specifically for this bulkhead storage, and they make use of the factory bolts and screws here, and then it's very easy to install. You just slide it through, and then you use the bolts like coming from the Mercedes and give a base for this board. And then we also put like the curtains. This is a blackout curtains, and that gives us a lot of privacies at night. And we also have insulation privacy board from the front windows, but sometimes you don't even have to have that. You just use these curtains and you close it and open it, and that is give us a lot of privacies when we are cooking or sleeping in the back. So this is very useful. And here so we have our upper cabinets, but here we have these smoke detectors. So this is some safety features. We have a very small fire extinguisher, This just tells us the the smoke detectors. And then we have a little things that just the corner protectors that you don't hit your head. And then we have this is the upper cabinets. And then we have this little things to hold it instead of using one hand. And then we bought this IKEA basket, put our clothes or whatever things, so this will not rattle, and then you will keep it inside. And actually this makes the storage bigger because you can use. And then also we make this Krajic, and then we make this panel ourselves, and then we have to route it around and then put a panel in between. Yep. And this is the same for all three panels, all three cabinets. Okay. So here, this is a little ledge that we made because we really like these big windows. And then around these windows, we have these LED lights that are actually dimmable. And then this little ledge that we can put like a cup of coffees and look at the views. It's very handy even like when my friends sits here when we're driving. Also made like a blackout pads that we can put on the window. So actually it's insulations and also black out the lights at night. Okay, so here is the controller for the air diesel heater. And then it has very nice screens that you even can put in the password. And then there's a bunch of settings and monitors. You can see the temperatures, the setting temperatures, like 25 degrees. And then you have the volts for the batteries and all kinds of informations. And it has little cartoons to show you whether the air is flowing or it is the fuel pump is showing if you turn it on. And there's also air code that you can tell there's no air now, and then you can turn it on. And here for this kind of living space that we made, I made tripod tables. It's very cheap that we have a tripod already, and then we just use one of our leftover board, and then I made this. I used this plate that goes to the tripod and screwed it on to this board, and then we can just use this as a. So here, and then you can kind of like, because of the tripod is like all angles, and you can kind of level the ground, and you can also have different angles. So it's kind of a nice little tables, and we can actually put our coffees and stuff, and we hang out with our friends. So under the seats there's bins that for more storage, and we keep our fresh water, like drinking waters, and the water hose that when we need to add more water to our water tank, and a bunch of quick access stuff that under the bin. And then it slides in, and then we have a bungee cords to secure it. Here is the back area, and this is where most of the conversion has been done. And here we have a couch, a sofa, and later I'll show you that it converts to a bed. And then there's plenty of storage under the bed. And then here is just the kitchens in general that I'll explain later. Here that we have the groove and tons for the panel, for the ceiling, and then we have 6 LED lights. That is a dimmable LED light, and there's also a 3-way that actually we have 2 switch that we can turn it on and off. And then on the side wall that we use, we didn't want to make it as a sauna room, right? So that's the idea that we make the barn wood for the style. And then we have a special screws go along very well with the barn wood. And behind the barn wood, we use the sheep wool insulations. It has been very popular that it has more moisture resistance and is more natural. It's a very good material for insulations. And then above the groove and tons for the ceilings, we use just the normal 1.5 inch foam board for insulation. And then here that we have a very tight fit fridge. This is a 12 volt DC fridge. It's actually a very large fridge, has 50 quads. And then it can actually defreeze to -17 degrees. And then here that we can open like halfway or most of the ways. If you really need to access, you can take it out as well. But mostly we just use this like this. And then this close. And here that we have LED lights that I explained before. And this is the switch. Actually, you can see it's dimmable, and the power. And here I also have an extension cord coming out of the inverter. So this is all AC, 120 volts AC power, as well as all the wall plugs that I made all the wires through the ceilings that we have, I think 4 or 3 power plugs. And then we also have USB and Type-C. So it's a very modern plug that Estella can use it for phone charging. So here we have just a board, a ping board, is that what it's called? A ping board, cord board. And then we want to like show people our pictures and then our trips and stuff. And here we have a backup water tank. So this is a 7-gallon of water tank. And then also the tables that for the tripod table that we can also secure right here using bungee cord. So here is the countertop. We really like this countertop. That is coming from IKEA. This is the, I think the walnut something material. And then it's fully finished. And then we have, we didn't fix the stove on the countertop. So we use a camping stove, which use the propane system. And this way that if, you know, it's nice out there, we take this thing out and we can cook outside. And then here, this is the part that Estella likes the most, that she insisted to have a little shelf. So we bought this red pine live edge wood from Ohio. I think it's one farm that actually sells this. And then we order 10 pieces of it to get a good deal. And then we have the clear coat. We sand it and clear coat it to finish to keep the patterns and how it looks. And then we have this the tiles for the kitchens, and this is just very standard tiles that we can get it at Home Depot. And then at the back that we have also an IKEA faucet and then a very deep and big sink. So this is, I like very much, I like it this way because we can wash like big pots and plates. And then this is a very powerful pump. So it's just like a normal home use faucet and pump. And here we have a little switch that the first one is for the power, the water pump, and the second one is for the hot shower system that I can explain later. And then this is just reserved for future use. And then at the back, because this is where we sleep, this is our max fan. And then we have a motorized lid. So the lid can go up automatically. And we also have a temperature sensor. So when it's above 78 degrees, and it will automatically turn on. And also this is two-way fan that you can suck the air out or put the air in. And then you can variable speed. So it's actually getting pretty powerful. You can hear the noise. But then at night we can keep it very small, and then we just use it overnight. Okay, just when you closed it. Okay, so after the ceilings, let me explain our cabinets of the kitchens. First of all, and our favorite is this pull-out board. And then this pull-out board is like multifunction. We can use it, for example, when we need to work in the van using our laptops. Very comfortable, and this is very nice. And then also we can use this board for our dinners when we have meals. And then we have the stove there, obviously. And then, so this one also slides out. So we have actually 2 persons sitting here. And then we also use this C-channel aluminum frame, and then we make this pull out ourselves. And then secondly, this is the big drawer that we store our pots and plates and a bunch of other stuffs. So it has a lot of space, and we even use this angle brackets to hold it because it's a heavy-duty box. And also we have 2 50-pound heavy duty drawer slides, and this is a soft close. And then on this side, actually we have this RV latch, drawer latch that stop the drawers from coming out while we're driving. And then it has this click sound, so very sturdy. And then this one also, we have a very deep drawers, smaller, and then we can all the way extend it. It's a full extension drawer. We keep our utensils, coffees, a bunch of small items. And then this one is exactly the same, the same drawers, and we keep other stuffs. So here is not the pull-out drawers, but then some storage unit area that we can put our dry food, rice, and a lot of different stuff here. And then at the very bottom, actually, we can have a very small storage area, but then mostly it's the freshwater tank. So we have a very big freshwater tank. And here you can see that we have the water pump and the accumulator that's coming after the water tank. And then that will goes to the faucet and then the sink. Okay, here, so on the right hand side, on the side of the upper cabinet, so this is the switch for the inverter. So also serves as the switch for the AC current. And then you can switch on and off. And then below that we have our DIY cushions. So we bought like 6-inch cushions and then mattress that we actually cut ourselves to make the 3 different ones. And then here, that is the charge controller. This charge controller is just connects the solar panel on top, 200 watts solar panels, and then go through this charge controller, smooth out the currents, and then fit it to the 200 mAh battery under the seat. And here is actually the remote for the Max Air fan, so our fan, and you can use this remote while you're laying down. And here on the side, we made some jacket hook that coming from the IKEA. That is really cute. Estella really like it. So here is our back door, and then you can see better. So on the left, so this is the last drawers on the top. Because of the sink takes most of the space, so we have to make like a half-length drawer that we just want to not waste of the space, and then keep our cleaning supplies, paper towels, on all that here. And then here we just have the access to the back. I'll explain later, but this is the gray water tank, a 5-gallon gray water tank, and a portable hot showers that use the propane systems. And then this is a little table runner for the floor. It's just because it's so narrow that you won't be able to find like a regular carpet or anything. But this table runners works perfectly. And here on the side, that we decided to make a foldable table, and this is like a heavy duty foldable tables. And then we can extend our kitchen countertop, and then when we're washing dishes, we can put it here to dry, just extra space. So it's very handy and useful. And then here it comes to our bed. So this bed, we have a large storage underneath, and then we can flip this to access all the large items. So now let us show you how to flip this. Easy, you just flip open, and we have a hook to secure it. And because it's kind of heavy and you don't want to hit your head. And then we have our traction board, climbing gears, umbrella, all kind of stuff. And then when we put it down, and then we can just slide out, just slide this thing. Push it here, tight fit. So this bed has almost a full-size bed, so 76 inches in length and then almost 48 inches wide. And then this cushion, as we mentioned, that is custom made, that we made by ourselves. And then here, me and Estella can sleep in that. It's actually very comfortable for 2 people. And for me, it's because I'm 6 foot And then, so this is very comfortable. And here, and then you have the fan. And then you can turn off your lights here when you're sleeping. Hi. Okay, so now let me just get out. And then, Estelle, you want to come? Here is also a quick access of our gray water tank system and also our hot shower. And here we have this quick release, and then we can just do this. And then this is little hook, and then this drawer just slide out, and then we can use this to pour our gray water. And then this is a hot shower unit that we can take this out, and then basically you can put this here. And then we have a shower head, and then we have this to go along that will take the shower head. And then we have the hook up there, and then we also, Stella can show you this curtain, shower curtains, and then we have 2 hooks, and then that's just put it right there. So then we have a very a small space to take a shower right here. And here we also have a quick access for the under bed storage. So their regular use we could just put at the back of the van, so we can quick access like the camping chair, other stuff. And for like traction board or air compressor, we put it at the other end so that we don't really have to flip the bed very often. So here we have the back door. This is a 270 degrees door, so basically this door can flip all the way here to save space. So coming back to our side doors.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to give our viewers a tour of your 144 Sprinter. So our viewers know, what were some of the challenges you had being a first-time builder, taking on such a project like this?
Yeah, I think it's challenging because we never did any of this kind of woodwork or project. In fact, I'm a nuclear physicist. I do experiments for fundamental nuclear physics. She is a mechanical engineer from Princeton. So we do many trips, but we do our studies mostly on my computers. For these kind of projects that we really have to like research like the details, how to make the boxes, like make the installations, a lot of things that we learn along the process through YouTube and Google's and many very helpful channels. Yeah, and then I think this is because of this is the first time. Like for example, you're cutting woods and stuff. This is like really challenging for us, but then we get through. I think
Now, what inspired you to build a van like this versus just buying a used RV or going to a dealership and buying something brand new?
Yeah, I think that's good questions. I think I enjoy the process a lot. So we're now very much like looking at van tours and van buildings. We just enjoy the process, even though we don't make things perfect. I mean, nobody makes things perfect, but then we like the way that we can design and we can actually carry through the process of implementing it and building it. And it's just a lot of fun. Instead of just buying something. I mean, you have a lot of money, you can just buy anything, but then you lose the, enjoy and the process and the fun while we are building this. Yeah.
And for our viewers, just for help, what kind of tools did you have to buy to get started on a project like this? Some people have tools that they own already or they can borrow some of those tools. What was your experience with that?
Yeah, I think in one day, I went to Home Depot 5 times. But we have very basic tools. We have a jigsaw, we have a circular saw, and then we have this very foldable horse that we can put like a plywood, just our bench, and that's it. And then you have like small tools, but not a lot of big tools. I think for the tools, we didn't spend a lot of money on the tools, and then we didn't even borrow any tools. So we just mostly buy the tools that we really need, but then we just keep using.
Now, what was your design process? Did you build it on a computer model first? Did you sketch it on paper? Or did you just tack it?
Yeah, we could do it more professionally. I mean, Estella is a mechanical engineer. She do all these designs in all this like commercial software. But then, I like the old school. I just do it on a piece of paper, and then I sketched it. So it's not like that complicated. It's very simple. You just do like what you want, really put it on the piece of paper, and that's it. the planning process was really straightforward to us. It's not,
I like how you bought a crew van instead of just a regular cargo van or a passenger van, because
right.
if you want to close that door, they could see that it's just a solid panel there, and it's the Mercedes Benz window. So you didn't have to cut the big holes in the side that I see people doing online and have to seal it and worry about that.
That's right.
That's a sharp look. And then it came with the second row seat. So your whole take on this seat doesn't fold into anything.
No.
It's strictly just a seat, but this is a day-to-day vehicle. So if you want to grab a couple friends and go out to dinner,
Exactly.
they have a nice, comfortable, safe place to seat and have 3-point shoulder harnesses.
Right.
And to remove it, it shouldn't be too difficult.
No, it's not at all. I think it's this hook, and then there's one button at the bottom, and you just unhook it, and then you can just take the whole seats out. It's very easy, like 3 seconds for taking it out.
And one last question. What tips would you give our viewers that are first-time van builders like you, of something that you might be able to help them with that you didn't realize until you started digging into the project?
Yeah, I think many details, you just have to pay a little bit more attention. And most importantly, I will give tips is about patience. I think people sometimes get frustrated when they don't know how to do things exactly. I think, well, we just very patient and, takes the time to look at some more videos and more tips for people. I think all the details, if you're patient enough, I think it's not that hard. It's just very straightforward.
Well, Kong and Estella, thank you very much for taking the time with our viewers today to give us a tour of your beautiful 2019 Mercedes Benz Sprinter 144 4-wheel drive high top. And congratulations on your marriage. And this is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video, comment, share, subscribe. I love it. And we'll see you soon.
Bye.